Modern drummer, check out this rundown with REO Speedwagon drummer Bryan Hitt. You're going to love this. It's a really cool drum set, and we're looking forward to your checking it out. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. Here's Bryan.
Hey, Modern Drummer, this is Bryan Hitt from REO Speedwagon. We're in West Palm Beach tonight playing one of the most beautiful amphitheaters in the country. And we've been doing that this summer with the band Train. This is a rather unique drum set. It was precipitated by some severe arthritis in my thumb, which I did get fixed when we had a couple of months off, and the surgery was very successful, and I can now hit anything. But at the time, I was trying to alleviate some pain, and I thought the best way to do that would be, electronic drums, mesh heads. I use predominantly the Drum Tech mesh heads, 3-ply on all the drums. They work great. This is the same heads that I've been using for 2 years on these drums. They're amazing. I mean, playing acoustically, I would go through, every 3 shows at least, we would rehead all the top heads on the drums. So some pretty cool stuff here. Obviously they don't make any noise unless they're fired up, which I can't do now. But yeah, I've got some unique triggers in them. They are made by Diamond Electronic Drums, and I had him design some triggers for me that have built-in redundancy factor. So each drum has one plate in it that has 2 completely separate circuits coming out. So 2 different trigger systems in each drum for redundancy's sake, in case something breaks in one, because they are electronic piezo's, and stuff can go wrong, and I can't afford for drums to go down. So we built that in on each drum. I don't know if you can see over here, we also went with the May mic connectors and we just adapted the triggers to an XLR because that doesn't pull out. I was having problems with just 1/4-inch TRS plugs falling out. So each drum is equipped with that. And then we also have a trigger for the other one underneath on the bottom head, because I didn't want to drill holes in the drums. So everything is, we didn't destroy any drums by doing it this way.
Thank you for watching and supporting everything Modern Drummer is up to. Hit the subscribe button down below. It means so much to us because we can keep bringing you the best drummers and content all the time. And please check out our shop. We've got Legends books. We've got back issues. We've got swag. Everything the drumming community could want. And it's so exciting to have you guys be the best part of it. Once again, thank you and enjoy the rest of the video.
10, 12, 14, 16, and a snare. Each drum has, well, the 10 and 12, I believe, are 3 triggers for each circuit. So there's 6 triggers in there plus a rim. The snare drum and the larger toms would have 4 points of triggers, and with positional sensing, because I'm using the Pearl Mimic Pros. So it's very accurate. I have the Roland TD50 module at home, and I have the digital snare and stuff. This snare works as good as that digital snare, I swear. And I've been using this setup now for about 1.5 years with these Diamond electronic triggers. The bass drum, I am using the Roland KD A22. I just like the feel of that particular pedal setup. I went for a while with different triggers using full mesh heads, and I just didn't like the sponginess that I got from that. So this is the KD A22s, and it's working great. Over here I have a couple of Roland BT1s for percussion, and since I hit too hard, I couldn't really get the cross stick in like I wanted to trigger without triggering the snare sound. So I play all cross stick over here on the BT1, which you can't hear now, but you'll hear tonight, hopefully. using all real cymbals. They're Zildjians, most of K impulses, K custom ride, K custom ultra hammered Chinas. Love them, love Zildjian cymbals. These are all Ludwig drums, as I said earlier, I think. And yeah, I think that's about it for now on the kit. We'll take you over to the modules and the rack and show you what the setup is. All right, here we go. We're looking at the modules, the brains of the operation here. We have 2 Pearl Mimic Pros. I chose to go this way because the sounds are excellent. They both have Stephen Slate drums, 3, 4, and 5 in them. I was able to combine some snare and kick samples, and the toms are just straight ahead, 1 sample. And amazing sounds. The only thing that might be better is if I had a computer rig. I do not trust computers on the road in the heat. So that's why we went this route, and the sounds are excellent on here. The triggering is unmatched. It's just unbelievable what you can do with the triggers on these. So there's the other unit. So we have a backup for everything. We have a backup for the backup. John, why don't you tell them what we're doing, what happens if something goes down?
If the switchers are built so that we can go from A unit to the B unit just completely from this one wholesale, or if we just have one thing that goes down, like say the snare drum that goes down, we can switch to the B unit snare, or the tom, or the tom, or the tom, or the com, without switching the whole unit. As long as I'm just switching one channel, there's no interruption in the audio signal, so you don't have a click or anything like that. If I go from this unit to this unit, you hear a brief click as it switches, but the sounds are the same, so it's pretty seamless. But for the most part, I've never had to do any of this.
We wanted redundancy built into everything, and so that's what we've got. It works perfectly every night. I mean, I couldn't be happier with the rig. And the band absolutely loves this setup. You know, I did it for a reason originally because of my hand. But if I even wanted to go back to acoustic drums now, I don't think the band would let me, because they love them too. They love the quiet, and also we're getting fully processed sounds in my in-ears, and you know, we send a different signal out to the front of house because we want him to be able to adjust the reverbs and delays such as that, you know, in the live environment. But I get to hear the same exact thing every night through the monitors, as well as the rest of the guys up there.
The front of house doesn't have to think about what's coming off the drums. He knows it's going to sound right every night. And he knows it's going to sound right every night because it's the same sound. Yeah, we never had this before this setup. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, let's show him this.
This is like my practice smear. I don't know. This was made special for me. I think there's only 3 in the world. I had CNC Drums, Bill Cardwell, make this for me. I was at his shop quite a few years ago. And I asked him, what do you do with those old shells? Could you make me a practice pad? And I was thinking he was just going to give me, you know, a raw shell with a couple of lugs on it. And then, you know, he came back with this abalone finish, and it was like above and beyond the Call of Duty. So this was my practice pad, and I made one for Todd Zuckerman and also Tristan Bowden. So we 3 are the only ones that have these in the whole world. This is the newest iteration of the Diamond Electronic Drums triggers, even on my warm-up snare, which I have a small rig in the dressing room. But each circuit here, that's one, that's another one. Each circuit has 4 pickups live at any one time. So even the redundancy is built into my practice drum, just because my guy is so cool.
The other cool thing about this system is that if to install this, all you have to do is take off the top head and drop it in. This is the entire trigger system. Wow, it just sits down in the drum,
Drop in.
plugs in through there, goes out through the vent hole. You got your plug in there, and then it plugs into one of the two circuits that you've got, one on the left, one on the right.
Yeah, that one goes out.
Yeah. And it just sits down on the bearing edge. There's nothing you have to do to your drum. You just set the basket down in it and put the head back on. You're there. A pretty dynamic system.
I use Axis 821 pedals. I've been using those for years. Love them. Great company. These things last and they are quick and powerful. I love those. Of course, the Zildjian Cimbros, Vic Firth sticks with the Bryan Hitt logo on there, and the REO. Gibraltar Hardware, of course. This beautiful rack that my tech John Aldridge builds for me. Normally, I would say Evans heads, and I still endorse Evans heads. I'm not using very many of them right now. And then, of course, for these summer shed tours, the large outdoor amphitheaters, man, we play some hot places. We just played one last night in Florida. And so we've got the Icy Breeze here, which is a kind of portable air conditioner. Goes right up to my shirt, under my shirt. We have a F-Note 3X miniature brain over there. It's pretty new for me. I just had it a few weeks now, and I'm really digging it. Got the F-Note hi-hats over here, which are working really well. And boy, some really old Pintec pads, trigger in the middle. Rolling, crash, rolling 15 wide. Got some nice bell, nice crash, bow, and bell. Of course, my Axis 821 with a couple of rolling KD7s. Bass. That's about it.